Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. We are off for our traditional backpacking trip. Well, a tradition with a little bit of an adjustment. Usually we are doing a winter backpacking trip in the first weekend of January, but for that weekend, well, the weather forecast doesn't make you really happy. So we decided to go 1 week earlier. It's now the last weekend of December 2024. And with me, I mean my company for this weekend, my mom and Max. Because it is winter, obviously no tent camping, but we have booked a cabin. And if you're following my channel for a bit longer, you now know that I then can convince my mom to come. And like I said, it became sort of a tradition. Usually we're going to the Veluwe, but we decided this time to choose another destination, and we are heading towards the Mookerheide. And that is a sort of a déjà vu, because one of my first videos on YouTube I made with Ravi was on the Mookerheide. So we're going to sleep at the same spot as we did back then. Then we had a little hiker hut, and now we have booked a cabin because that has a little bit more space to offer, because now my mom and Max are with us as well. So that is nice. Own shower, little bit of central heating. So yeah, that's a nice upgrade. So we're going to start today. Unfortunately, foggy weather, but fingers crossed that it will clear out today. We will see what's going to happen. Let's start hiking. And as we are walking here on top of the hill, on top of the heather, usually you have a pretty cool view from here. But unfortunately, because of the fog, there's not much to see. As you can see, just some contours of the trees. But at least it's dry. It's cold, but it's nice cold because it has been freezing last night. So yeah, the weather is good. Well, usually I would climb it up, but that doesn't bring anything with this weather. But it's really a nice part of the Mookerheide. This is a part where Ravi and I haven't been a couple of years ago. And we are also walking part of the Wisdom Trail. So the Walk of Wisdom. That's a sort of a religious hike where you're passing through a lot of churches and everything. You can collect little rings and they can hang it to a chain. So a sort of pilgrimage. So it's nice that we are following that for a little bit as well, although we are not religious. So we are stopping here for lunch, and I have something new to try. I have from Packet Gourmet the curry mango chicken salad. I have some wraps with it, so we're going to see how that tastes like. It only requires a little bit of water, 147 milliliters or 5 fluid ounces, 2/3 of a cup, and it should only sit for 5 minutes. So that's really nice for a lunch break. So let's prepare this one, let it soak for 5 minutes, and in the meantime Ravi is getting his lunch as well. And this is a cold soaking recipe, by the way, so yeah, ideal for lunch. Smell is really good. Really curious to see how this one tastes. I also got this from America imported, so always a surprise what kind of a party that's going to be. And for Ravi, I have also something new to try. I have this freeze-dried food, and in regards to weight, this is only 1/4 of the weight that is usually trail lunch is. So I'm going to try that for the backpacking season to see whether that's an option, because then obviously I can take 4 days of lunch for him instead of one of those other lunches, those meat pouches that he's used to. So I tried it at home last week. Both dogs really seem to like it, so I'm going to prepare this for Ravi. Also has to soak just a few seconds, so yeah, then he's lunch as well. Well, it definitely looks like Ravi's lunch has been approved. Now let's see if mine is as well. Really good. I don't know how to do it in America, but those meals, they are just a joy to eat. This one was really good as well. Ravi, come. Definitely required more water than the package said, and it also required more time. So what I'm going to do the next time is just pour in the water when I'm leaving the car or where I'm starting from, and then I think it should be good by lunchtime, because after those 5 minutes it says that it needed, then the chicken is still quite crunchy. If you like that, well, then it should be fine. But I think it tastes better when it's a little bit more soft. So that's what I'm going to try next time. But this one is definitely going on the list. Okay, I must say, with all the fog, it also has something sort of mythical, magical, whatever you would like to call it. But I cannot deny, I rather showed you some views here. But this is the part of the Mookerheide where Ravi and I entered it 3 years ago when we did a backpacking trip here. So I will link down in the info box below to the videos from that trip. So then you can have an idea on how it looks here when the weather is sunny and bright. Okay, now what? That is our trail. But there's a Scottish Highlander, there's a Scottish Highlander, and under the tree are 3 more. So I think we're going to have an extra unexpected break, because there are no side trails here. So we have to wait until they decide that they are going to move, because you have to keep a distance of 25 meters. Well, that one over there is exactly on the trail, and the trail is, what, 1 meter wide? So no way that we can keep the distance over there. Well, as they not seem to be willing to move, we are going to search for an alternative. That blue line was our trail, but here we can take a detour around it. Might be a little bit longer, but safety first. Here we are approaching the cows again. So we now walked in a big loop. We were standing up there when we first saw them. So we went all the way that way. And now I hope that the black one stays where he is, because our trail goes here to the right. Here behind me is a section of today that you can say, well, if I want to be a little bit dramatic, that I've dreaded the most. I remember this one from last time we were here. That hill there, we have to go up there, and it looks like it's going a nice curve, but it's not. It's not going up in switchbacks. Behind there, around the corner, it goes straight up. So come on. Probably the camera doesn't pick it up, but that's the steepest part of the climb. Hi, Ravi. Hi, buddy. Hi. Here behind me, there's a hill or a mountain, whatever you would like to call it. It's called the Sint Jansberg, so the Sint Jans mountain. And today we will be hiking around it. Tomorrow we'll be going over it. So that means that tomorrow we will be having a total different scenery than we have today. But I think it will also be a lot more muddy. But that is for tomorrow. Today the trails are pretty good. So yeah, so far so good. About 1 hour of hiking left to go to our cabin. So just a little snack for the dogs before we are at the end of today's hike. I also have a new snack to try. This is fruit jerky, and this is mango. For tomorrow I have pineapple. So we're going to see what that tastes like. I'm not a big fan of beef jerky, so I'm really curious what I'm going to think about this one. Well, let's try it. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, see what my mom thinks of it? She said that's something we don't get here in the Netherlands usually. This also comes from America.
Correct, right? Real fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. Let's see what the pineapple is going to be tomorrow. But for now, we're going to enjoy the mango. So we arrived at the destination, got the key for my chalet, and there is one of the hiker huts where Ravi and I slept 3 years ago. It was the right one, next to the green tent. So that's really nice to see. Cabins are located over there. So let's see how they look like. We can make a fire if we want to. We do not have any wood, but that's pretty nice. And the view too. This is a cool spot. Well, this looks really nice, although it's not big. It has everything. Let me show you around a bit. Here we have a bathroom, shower. Here we have a room with a bunk bed. A nice sitting area. Simple kitchen. Second bedroom with a double bed. And at the front we have our own Christmas lights and a nice view overlooking the water. This is going to be a good night. Well, the dogs had their dinner, something nice for myself as well. Then we are going to have something to drink here at a little cafe, and then we'll get back to you for the preparation of our dinner. It's time for us to prepare dinner, and my mom is choosing the easy way. There goes my stove. She is using the kettle inside to boil her water, but I want to have a little bit more of that backpacky feeling, so I'm going to boil it here on my stove outside. Gives a little bit more of that backpacking spirit. Put some water in my pot. Oh, left my lid inside. Well, that's not a big thing. And what I'm having tonight for dinner is the All-American Works burger from Packet Gourmet. Yeah, I have a Packet Gourmet day, but I already know that I really like this one because I got this one for the first time in Sint Antonis, April last year, this year. always a bit confusing when you're making your videos in the last week of the year, and then you're thinking, well, when are they going to be uploaded? Is it this year? Is it next year? And then do I have to say this year? So that's always a bit tricky, but it's still December. So this year I had it for the first time. So really like this one. I have my wraps inside because it is too cold to stay outside. It's going to freeze tonight, so temperatures are really dropping right now. So here we have Ravi's favorite, his cheese. Let's look for the oxygen absorber. Always want to get rid of that one. It's already coming to a boil. That Soto Amicus, that is such a quick stove. Now even when I forgot the lid, it's just a matter of a minute maybe, and then it is already boiling. It's a really nice place here to stay though. Though it is a cabin and I still prefer the tent, but for winter backpacking, these solutions are absolutely amazing. And it's really quiet here. I do know that I really loved this place when I was here with Ravi 3 years ago. So yeah, it was really good to be back here. 3 years ago we were in times of COVID, so I wasn't allowed to go into the restaurant or anything, only for check-in. So it was really nice that we now could have something to drink and just a little snack to treat ourselves. The so-called Limburg supply that I mentioned more often on my channel. So let's pour the water in. Stir it up. Oh, smells so good, this one. Get a bit of the air out. And I put it in my Big Sky International Cozy to help it rehydrate a little bit better. So we're waiting for that one, going back inside, and there I'm going to finish my burger wrap. So I moved inside, that's better in regards to temperature. I have put the cheese in there. Ravi did not agree on that because he actually wanted my cheese as well. Going to let that sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to assemble my wraps. My mom, by the way, she is having one of the Dutch backpacking meals, and she couldn't deny that compared to the ones from America that I ordered, that they are really bland and boring. So it's not only me who thinks that. Let the feast begin. See you after dinner. Okay, we're sort of on vacation, right? Let's end up with a nice dessert. I actually bought a chocolate mousse. That's the only thing from the Dutch backpacking food brand that I like. But I left that at home. So it's good that we have this chocolate waffle. So that's going for dessert. Then we're going to do a last walk with the dogs for the day and maybe play a game or something. And then I'm going to see you again for the goodbye for today. Well, that was day one from our winter backpacking trip at the Mookerheide. Although it was very foggy outside, the weather was actually really good. It was a really beautiful trail, although we couldn't see much because of that same fog. But you always have to make the best out of it yourself, and I think we did pretty well today. As you can see, Ravi is tired from today as well. We are going to sleep, and we would like to thank you for hiking with us today, and we see you tomorrow. Good night.